Hey guys, Kevin here to bring you a brand new video where today we're going to be doing day 6 of Failed Film February. The film that we're going to be discussing today is Natural Born Killers. What an experience this movie was. Yeah, this movie was strange, I will say. I mean, most times, I don't know, it's hard to say, but, a lot of the time I feel like I can endure, strange, weird looking, weird topic movies, but, I just couldn't get with this one for a lot of it. And the big reason is that it actually uses a lot of really bizarre visuals that I just could not get behind the entire time. So for the whole movie, it uses a lot of black and white shots back and forth. There's some unique uses of color. Sometimes it's like a cartoon. There's often tilted camera angles. It's this whole psychedelic thing, kind of, and it keeps that throughout. And I felt like I grew tired of that after a while, especially. But just throughout the entire movie, I was like, "What is this?" But not even just that, just there's a lot of elements of this that I wasn't big on. Specifically, one of the things that really got to me was that this movie seemed to almost glorify parental abuse and even rape. Because there's this whole part where they're introducing Mallory to you, and they're basically just saying oh, she's this girl living with this abusive father, and there's this laugh track playing the entire time, and the father's literally talking about having sex with her daughter, his daughter, and there's a laugh track there, and I'm just dude, what the fuck is that? I just can't get with that, dude. What the hell? Really? You're just gonna do that? And there's other things with how people perceive these killers, and they almost idolize them, with how the public reacts to this, which is just a also a weird thing. Okay, why are you sending that sort of message in that way, and also showing the ways of the prison system, and just basically saying that oh, these people are the protagonists. Obviously, if you make two brutal murderers the protagonists, it's gonna be a little bit hard to get behind. If you're me, at least. I mean, I can kind of be all right with it, but I mean, you still have that to have to deal with. But in the end, it is still a decent movie. I was very back and forth on how much I really like this, how what this really did for me, because I feel like it is still a good character story of you know these two people's lives, Mickey and Mallory, and where they basically go, what they do, and you know what happens to them in prison, what goes down with them, essentially. And you get this look inside of what's going through their head, and this is especially told in the interview scene with Robert Downey Jr.'s character. So this scene in particular was, I would say, my favorite of the movie. Just this guy sitting down with this crazy character who's done all these things, and he's just speaking his mind about why he thinks the way he does. And it's kind of fascinating. I mean, I was a psychology minor, so I take an interest in this sort of stuff, and it's just kind of fascinating him, the way he gives his perspective. And this definitely is carried a lot by Woody Harrelson, and how he embodies this character. And he is actually really good in this movie. I really appreciated how he fully embraced this insane character. I mean, I guess he's not, technically they say he's not insane, he's psychotic, but yeah, either way, he's he's off the rails, he's doing all this crazy stuff, and he's just he's all in on it. And same thing with Juliette Lewis. She's great too. They both make like a good pair. And just watching this character story unfold, I still had like a decent time with it. Even though stylistically it's kind of like a strange film, it's one of the strangest films I've ever seen. But like, it's still interesting to see like how things go down with these two. And the one who stole this movie, though, I do have to say, is Tommy Lee Jones. Like, he really, really goes all out on this role. Like, with the way he, like, screams at people, and, like, he's this warden in this prison, and he's just, like, barking orders and being, like, really loud and, aggressive towards people. And he is just, like, so good here. And I think he's the best part of this movie. Just for, like, his presence that he has and the energy he brings. I will say that Robert Downey Jr. I did not like in this movie. Some people might appreciate like his type of character, adding something unique to the story with like he's essentially just this like big media star who like wants to get the best story and he cares about ratings and whatnot and he's greedy for like getting to like talk to these people and whatnot. But like there's something like really off-putting about his character though, because he like talks in like this accent and like he talks like kind of like fast, and he has like these affectations to his voice that he has, and I'm just like, no, I can't do this, dude. I'm just like but I mean, I guess it's fine at times. Like with that whole interview scene that I really liked, like he didn't Robert Downey Jr. didn't hurt that scene. I mean, he certainly didn't help it, but he didn't hurt it. I guess it's just like with Robert Downey Jr. It's just like sometimes I'm like, whoa, why is he like that? but there are like still scenes with him that are decent. So yeah. I had an alright time with this though. I'm going to give this movie a 6.2 out of 10. Yeah, very, very split on it. Yeah, I could see why, a lot of people like dislike this movie, but I do have to like kind of give it a little bit of credit for what it did. Lastly, I do want to talk about the fact that there's actually two cuts of this movie, and this is the DVD that I own, and I can actually show you right here. This is the R-rated version, and then this is the director's cut right here, because this DVD case says director's cut, but there's another copy of the movie in here. This is the R-rated version. So I watched the R-rated version because I heard it was better. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, who am I to really know? But supposedly, the director's cut is, not as like violent and crazy, and the director's cut has a courtroom scene with Ashley Judd, and I watched this scene on YouTube actually, and the scene itself is like crazy like the rest of the movie, and it's kind of good because it's like it's showing you like the absolute like insane nature of this character Mickey again, but at the same time like I am kind of glad it got taken out of the film because it comes at a point where Mickey and Mallory had already been arrested at this point, and they were going to court, and Mickey basically like acts out in this like really violent manner towards this girl who is testifying, and he like kills her. And I'm just like, I don't really think that really fits in that well with like where the movie was going at that point, because at that point like they were going to jail, and Mickey had felt bad that he had like killed this Indian guy, and like they were just kind of like going in a direction of shit, well, now we're going to jail, this sucks, we killed this guy, fuck. Not instead of like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking kill this woman who's testifying in court. Like it's just like a little bit too much of a tone shift there. So I agree with the decision to take it out, but I mean, it is an interesting scene. Nonetheless, it's batshit insane, like the rest of the movie. So it is worth checking out if you took any liking to the movie. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like if you have, and I'll see you guys in the next one.